how can we adapt and adjust the environment so that people can be more successful? So we start with exercises that are about centering. And then we look at how people enter groups, and then we present a number of methods to actually turn the system or change the system by engaging other people in problem solving.
The center, enter, turn metaphor from Aikido says the first thing you have to do is center yourself.
So I find that it's really important in any change situation to know where you're standing, to be aware of your feelings, to be aware of your thoughts about the change and your thoughts about the people you're working with. Because when you are in a state of being centered, and it's a dynamic state, it shifts from moment to moment, that's where you can access your best problem solving. And that's where you can have access to empathy, which is really critical for working in this sort of situation. Once you do that, you can enter the client system, enter another group with the hope of understanding something about their challenges, their strengths, how they're viewing the situation. And when you have that, then you can actually turn the situation. Then you can actually make some changes. Unfortunately, most people, when they are coaching or working with an agile team, they start by trying to turn the system. They start by trying to change. So they haven't really made contact with the people they're working with. They haven't really thought about, where they're coming from. And that often means that they're coming from a place of saying, well, I have the right way, and I'm going to tell you what it is. So we find it's really important to go in that order. Center yourself, enter the system, which can be a group, it can be a team, it can be the whole client organization. And then you can start to turn. We're using our visual thinking and that part of our brain, that capacity to externalize problems and externalize points of view.
I'm at a whiteboard using Post-its and a marker. And then the person I'm working with, I get them involved. And so now we're standing side by side facing a white wall instead of across the table from each other, talking about stuff in our heads. We can put it on the wall and see, oh, well, I hadn't thought of that. And then they'll put up something and go, well, that makes sense now that I understand. And then you start to build a shared understanding of the problem and how it ripples throughout the organization.